Thanks for joining me. If you're not familiar with me, I'm Anita Kaiser from Anita Kaiser Wellness, and I'm a coach for empaths. And so today I wanted to share a little bit about boundaries and the central nervous system. Right? I have a free training coming up on August 11th. It's Better Boundaries for Empaths, and I'll be posting the link for that below this in the comments section or in the description, maybe. So if you haven't signed up and you want to sign up, please go ahead and do that. Save your spot there. It's going to be a really epic training, and I think, you know, all our nervous systems are wired slightly different, even though, of course, the logistics of it, we all have, nerves and nerve endings, and, the flows through them, and all of that is, of course, the same, right? The physicalness of it. But each of our systems respond differently to the experiences that we're experiencing, right? And so as we build our boundaries, right? There's a couple things that come into play, right? First off, if you were never taught boundaries and I say, hey, just start saying no, that sounds super simple, but oftentimes your nervous system can't handle that shift, right? And so, what it means, depending on, again, your system, maybe you start to get really anxious at the thought of saying no, right? Or maybe there's a story in your head like, all those other people out there, they can say no, but it's not right for me to say no. Often there's a program, it's not safe to say no. Or we weren't taught how to say no, right? We weren't taught to have boundaries. And I think, there's been a massive shift in parenting over, the past 20 years. And I think initially, it was much more, certainly in my childhood, children should be seen and not heard. Children don't necessarily deserve respect, right? They are supposed to fit into our lives. And there is much more space now for children's needs and their different ways of being, right? We're still making mistakes because there'll always be mistakes in parenting, right? That's part of the deal. But I think that there is a little bit more space for children to be themselves these days. Anyways, I digress there. I got a little off track. So, boundaries in our central nervous system, right? I wanted to share with you an example from my own personal life about sort of sneaking up on the central nervous system, right? Because if boundaries for you are like a big no-no, you were never taught, it wasn't safe, it wasn't okay, the big message was, girls are nice, right? Little girls should be nice, and to have value, you need to be nice and you need to not create any ripples, right? So again, you can't just go to hell no, that doesn't work for me, even if that's what your body is saying, right? So I use tapping to help create boundaries, to help strengthen my central nervous system. And so I've used this in a lot of different places, definitely in aspects of my life where I am easily triggered into the overwhelm, right? I use tapping to create space there so I'm not in that place of overwhelm. So I know before I get there that, the cup is getting full. The cup is getting full. Once the cup is full, it will start to overflow. And I don't want that. I want to stay in my nice regulated state. So one of the things I do to stay regulated is I tap every day. And so I thought we'd just do a little bit of tapping, no words. I mean, I might talk a bit, but you don't need to use words. So This is just an opportunity to help regulate and allow your system to feel safe, right? So we're just going to start tapping in between the eyes, right on that sort of, just low in between the eyes, that third eye, third chakra space, the energy center of your intuition. We're waking it up. And then we're going to move to the outside of the eye. So right on the outside, doesn't matter which side you do, but right on the bone there, just tap in a little bit, not too hard. And then we're going to move under the eye to the bone there. And I can already feel as I start to do this that my system is like, it's just settling in, right? And it's not that I certainly wasn't in my fight or flight. I wasn't under duress. But, life, right? Work, even when I love my work, we're moving to underneath the nose. There was just a heightened sensation in my body, and I can feel it just settling in. My body knows I'm safe. My body feels comfortable right now. And then we're going to move to the chin. So it's just above the chin, that crease there, right below your lip. I just feel like I want to take a few deep breaths. That feels good to me. Everything just feels calm. And then we're going to move down to the chest. You don't have to use both hands. I like to use both hands. And so just below the collarbone, that soft spot on either side of the chest. And then from here, we're going to move to the middle of the chest. This is the thyroid, I think, our thyroid thumps. So just allowing the system to do a little flushing. And then we're going to move to underneath the arm, the bra line at the side there. Just a few taps here, and then to the top of the head. So those of you who tap privately with me, I don't always go to the top of the head. But because we're not using words today, we're just allowing it. I want to use the top of the head. I like to use the top of the head to reinforce positive things because there are so many neurons up there. So, all right, just shake that off. And I just want you to take a moment here, plant your feet on the ground, maybe take your hands to your heart, close your eyes. And just allow yourself to notice how your body is feeling. Certainly, I can feel that I am just grounded and in my body. It feels really, really beautiful right now. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of inspiration around your central nervous system. And, I'm a big believer. I want to know what's going on with me, right? And I want to know how to feel my best, right? I'm tired of suffering. I don't want to do that anymore. That shit blows. Like, it really does. So I will include my link to the free training. I hope you will get to join me. And if you have any questions about what I talked about this morning, please do let me know. And I look forward to speaking with you again soon. Much love.